I'm going to talk about a short story in a collection. This is Best Canadian Stories 2003, edited by Douglas Glover. The series was originally published for many years by Oberon Press. It's been taken over by Biblioasis. Now, in this particular anthology, there is a real mix. Some really good stories, and there's at least one that's a complete stinker. But the one that I'm going to talk about today is called "That's All There Is" by a writer named Hugh Graham, who you've probably not heard of. I certainly haven't heard of him, but he's been around for a long time. Now, the story is. It took me aback because it is really quite well done, and it's sort of a memoir. It's about a young man, a youngish boy in adolescence named Stephen. He's going to a Catholic private school in Toronto. He lives with his parents. He seems to be an only child. They live in downtown Toronto. They live in one of those palatial um, old brick houses that used to line places like Brunswick Avenue or Church Street and so forth, that have been converted into sort of dowdy apartments. So he's sort of lower middle class. His parents are apparently quite bookish. The house is filled with books. And Stephen is bullied on a very regular basis. He's bullied psychologically by the other kids at his uh, cruel, badly taught Catholic school. He's very, very isolated. He seems to be friendless. And he's walking along the street one day, and there's a black girl, and she just calls out to him in a sort of friendly kind of way and asks him for the time. Stephen is sort of like an little white waspy guy, and he sort of takes her at face value. She's sort of joking with him. She's kind of joshing with him, and he just gives her the time. And nevertheless, things turn out well for Stephen. The girl, whose name is Maxine, has a sister named Marcia, and Marcia and Maxine take Stephen under their wing, and they take him to a club on Bathurst Street called the Blue Note, which is the only club, the only music club in Toronto at that time that caters to a black clientele. And as the story evolves, Stephen becomes involved with Maxine. Now, the story really kind of captures Stephen's hesitancy, his confusion, uh, his uh, his essential sort of honesty, and his incredible capacity for self-examination. The girls are also very well done, and ultimately, Stephen and Maxine have a sexual encounter. Um, but and at the end of the story, Stephen reflects on all this and thinks about sort of the mysteriousness of life. And there's some very good lines in the story about how life is sort of, the world is kind of masked, and every now and then, I'm paraphrasing here, every now and then the mask slips. There's a deeply sad quality to the story as well. I think it's sort of sadness that a lot of people could kind of relate to, because that is the way we tend to experience life. I mean, it's dreary, and then there are these moments when things come together nicely, and that is explicitly one of the themes of the story. That at the end of it, that's sort of Stephen's thought, that because he's reflecting on his entire life as he looks back on this sort of sweet memory.